Good morning. It's October the 5th and it's 3:45 in the morning. It is early. Of course, I normally get up this early for work anyway, so the fact that I look like this, it's normal. I saw that Clue 1 has come out about 2 hours ago. Oops. Got my iPad charged up and ready. There it is, Geogradient. I updated the pattern in Ravelry. So now I'm going to download it, get ready. I haven't looked at any spoilers. I feel very proud of myself that it's been like a whole 20 minutes and I have not spoiled myself. That probably will happen. I'm going to take a look at the start of the first clue and see if I can understand where to go without the video and photos, which I probably can, but I might be tempted to reassure myself. So as of now, unspoiled, and I have my beautiful pink hoagie bag with my beautiful pink yarns. I'm gonna see if I can get cast on before I have to leave for work at 4:45 in the morning. Okay, already I had to tune into the video. I didn't get far, maybe like 20 seconds, maybe a minute, just to find out that he suggests you start with color A being the lightest color. So I'm going to start casting on with this. And I wish it said that in the pattern, but I didn't see it anywhere, and I might have missed it. I forgot to mention to you what my color A is called. I'm using all Hulsgarn Coast, no, not Coast, Super Soft in the color Candy Floss. That's my color A. And my color B, same yarn, all the same yarn. Color B is Allium. My lighting's terrible, so I promise to give you better video later, but like I said, it's Oh Dark 30. Third color, Peony. And my fourth color is Comfrey. Comfrey or Comfrey? I don't know. If somebody knows, let me know. I learned how to say the word conch last year because I thought it was conch. So I learned things from you guys. All right, there is my gradient. Quick little spoiler. This is going to be full of spoilers depending on when you watch it. But I will show you the very first part, color A of Clue 1, Section 1. I mean, it looks like nothing, so I don't know. Is that a spoiler? It's a small piece of garter stitch fabric. But I have broken my yarn already, so on to the next section. Okay, my alarm for work just went off, and that means I have to go. But I managed to finish Section 1. So I don't know where it's going from here. I haven't read ahead. I am doing Weave and Steven on the back. My needles are a mess. So yeah, I don't know where this is going. We'll find out together.
Hello, hello. Coming to you from my car. It is like 13 hours, 14 hours since I last recorded, and I have been at work. It was a very long 12-hour shift, and I'm very happy to be going home for my 3-day weekend. Lots of knitting is going to happen. But I wanted to check in because I have some thoughts, and I was doing so good at avoiding spoilers. I didn't want to see anything about what the clue looked like. I just wanted it to unfold while I was knitting. And that would have been wonderful. I was following the no spoilers thread in the Ravelry group, and I was seeing some messages about concerning designs, and then Steve & Wes came out with an alternate option, and I was just going to stick with it. Just going to keep knitting. It'll be fine. And then people were leaving the no spoilers thread, going to the spoilers thread, coming back and saying, no, I really think everyone should go look, you should find out, you should make a decision for yourself. So I did it. I went to the spoiler thread and I looked at Steven's first post, which has a picture of the final clue. The final clue. So finished clue 1, not the whole thing. And I scrolled down a little bit and saw some of the testers' versions in different colors, but same design. And I have so many thoughts. First of all, I don't see what they're seeing. I see a pinwheel, a windmill, or a quilt block. I couldn't tell you the name of the quilt block because I'm not much of a quilter, but I know I've seen similar looking quilt blocks. And I tried hard to see what they're seeing, and it's just not coming to me. I know what the object they're describing looks like. I've seen them many times, and I just don't think it looks like it. And I knew in the back of my head, and now I have confirmed that I should trust Stephen West and trust his testers, because I really feel like if that was the design intention, or maybe not even the design intention, but if that was like the design, somebody would have thought of that prior to the clue being released, because this is something that is planned months ahead. I mean, maybe it even starts getting planned as soon as this one's over. I don't know, but this is the 14th year of the MKAL, and I don't know off the top of my head how many shawls Stephen has designed, but I'm pretty sure it's over 100, probably well over 100. So anyway, I'm a little bit bummed that the clue was spoiled for me, but I can confidently go in there and say that I'm knitting clue 1 the way that it was designed. I have faith that however this was originally designed, that it's going to fit in well with the rest of the clues, and nobody but Stephen and those testers know what we have coming in the next clues and how it's all going to play together. So that's my thought there. The other thing that I will say is I feel like what you see in an image is kind of like those ink blot tests, which I have actually had to do. And I think that can reveal a lot about your state of mind. So I just wish that drama didn't have to be created where it doesn't need to be, because there are plenty of things on this earth that are alarming and terrible, and I just feel like creating something like that isn't that way is unnecessary. And if you disagree, you have a right to your own decisions, opinions, and ideas. If that's what it looks like to you and you decide to knit the other clue, I don't hold anything against you. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. They might be a little bit rambly after such a long day and while I'm driving in my car, but I am a little bit bummed because, of course, I'm still going to continue on. This is my 6th year and I'm excited to participate, but I will admit that the excitement is a little bit dampened. So I'm going to get some sleep tonight and tackle the clue tomorrow and have a new, refreshed state of mind. Ooh, this is really jiggly. Sorry about that. All right, I'm done for now.
Okay, I stayed up long enough to finish section 2. There we are. So far, so good. And actually quite easy compared to some of the clues that we've had before. Happy Friday morning, and picking up where I left off last night. I said I was done with section 2. I'm not. I thought I was. I have today off, and Saturday and Sunday as well, and I don't have a lot of plans until later this evening, so I'm going to be in my pajamas for a while and doing lots of knitting. So I'm excited for that. still half asleep, but it's time for some knitting. I'm still in my pajamas, but I have finished section 2. Some people are saying this is a small clue, but I feel like it's taking me longer than I expected. And I'm not mad about it. I just was kind of expecting it to fly by. But I am enjoying it. And we are on waste yarn, or in my case, barber cords. And I have this whole spool of it, so it's very handy. I did it. I finished section 3. Doesn't look a whole lot different yet. And coincidentally, I joined a Peloton challenge, Team Wilpers, Matt Wilpers, if you are familiar, and it's called the Pumpkin Spice Challenge. And so I'm going to get my first 45-minute ride in today and take a break from this. In past years, I would have just kept working on this probably till the sun goes down and I'm ready for bed, but I'm trying to be more balanced. We'll see. I'm not great with that, so I'm gonna go sweat a lot.
Second spin up's coming away. We're going to take it to 100 to 120 and hold that pace.
45 minutes and 12 miles later, I feel like my hair took the brunt of it. I don't know. I can never get this thing to do anything that I want it to. The point is, I did it, and now I cannot feel guilty, or at least less guilty, about doing a lot more knitting today. I'm still knitting away on clue 1. I'm going to be honest though, the joy for this shawl and for this MKAL right now has gone from 110%. It's my favorite knitting time of the year. And right now I'm feeling really low, really sad, really bummed. And this is not at all how I expected to feel during my favorite knitting time of the year. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. The pattern has undergone a 3rd update, and the original version is no longer available. I'm still knitting the original version because that's the version that I started, and that's the original design intention. And I'm not starting over for sure. So I don't know. It just feels super, like I'm bummed. I don't even know. I'm hoping that the other clues are going to bring more excitement, but I don't know. Is this the end of the Stephen West Mystery Cal? I don't know. We might be seeing the end here. And I'm not talking about just for me. I mean like the end. We shall see. I am here. Very hard to show at this point. Here we go. I don't know. I've lost track of what's up and what's down, but I am still on section 4. I've just started the 5th stripe. I guess maybe it goes like this. 5th stripe of section 4. Knitting along my beautiful pinky stripes. Section 4 is done. It is Saturday morning and it is far too early. I think I woke up around 5, so here is where I left off last night. I forgot to show you after finishing section 5, so I think I'm on section 6 now. And it's coming together. Maybe I'll finish this today, but definitely by tomorrow. Okay, I have finished section 6. Just 1 or 2 more to go, but 1 more quadrant, if you will. And I must say I am really enjoying my colors that I chose because I think I would like anything in these colors. I have now completed section 7. So close. That's my husband moaning in the background because he's working out. Impeccable timing. I just got done knitting clue 1.
And of course it's all bunched up. Here we go. Not the best lighting, but I'm going to weave in some of my ends. It looks worse than it actually is. I mostly use the float technique of securing your floats. So some of them just need to be trimmed, but some of them I forgot to do. So I will do that and maybe steam block it, and then I'll do a final little picture so you can see it better, because bad angle, bad lighting, all the things. Okay, if you've made it this far, I have no idea how long this video is. I feel like it's going to be a long one, but it's time for a Clue 1 recap. We have our better lighting. I didn't steam block because I was a little bit worried about how the barber cord, try it on tubing, whatever you want to call this. I actually don't know what this technically is called, but I got this off Amazon. I managed to keep the project attached, so hopefully when I take this all off, I can just spool it right back up there. But if I do have to cut it, my main thought was that I didn't want a bunch of little pieces. So I managed to get it all in one piece. So here it is. Oops, I have to give myself a little more leash there. There is finished Clue 1. And I definitely see that pinwheel, windmill. Actually, it definitely looks like a pinwheel. I definitely see that. So I said windmill before, but I think it does look more like a pinwheel. Anyhow, very happy with that. And if you didn't know, or you haven't got that far yet, the last bit of it says to leave the last side on the actual needle. So that's what I've done. There's one part of this that I don't like, and I'm hoping it comes out in blocking. But you see this top of this pink stripe here and the top of the dark stripe, how it's not even? Why would that be? I mean, it's consistent all the way around. Just looks weird. Maybe there's a reason for it, but right now I just think that looks a bit off. So very happy with my colors. Let me just give you a quick recap of how much yarn I used. So to remind you, my color A is Candy Floss. These are all Holst yarn, super soft. And this used 9 grams of color A and 10 grams of color B, which is Allium, and 13 grams of color C, which is Peony. And lastly, 12 grams of color D, which is Comfrey. I say it both ways because I just don't know. So a total of 44 grams. And keep in mind, if I was using a different fingering weight yarn, my grams would be greater. This has more yardage in less grams. So 44, that's pretty good. That's almost a half a skein of regular yarn. I feel like that's a lot. I do use Knit Companion, and my goal is to keep Knit Companion open all the time that I'm knitting on it. But sometimes I get distracted on my phone or something and I forget to turn it off. But when I finished Clue 1, Knit Companion said I had been knitting, or at least had the screen open, for 17 hours and 30 minutes. So that's a good bit of time. This felt slow, and I think part of that was my lack of enthusiasm, the mixed emotions and feelings. And I'm just going to say something here that's probably not going to be very popular, but I'm going to say it. If Stephen West would have come out with the now Clue 1, the new version 3, if that would have been the initial Clue 1 that came out without any of the allegations that came out, everyone would have said, that's ugly, it's too simple, I'm not learning much, very plain. I don't think anyone would have been happy. But because of everything that happened, everyone is just singing his praises. And I do think it's great that he came out with an alternative. There were enough people that wanted an alternative that I think that's really fantastic that he was able to pivot and provide some different choices. But to make it the only option going forward, just, I don't know. I don't like it, but it is what it is. So that's my final thoughts on Clue 1. I'm happy to be putting this away for a few days. I'm interested to see what happens in Clue 2. Could this be the first year that I don't complete the shawl? It's possible, but there's no way I was going to rip out my progress. I do like my colors. I like the way they look together. I think the Clue looks very interesting, and certainly it was very interesting how it was all joined together. The fact that this was all knit as not one piece, that's not quite the right way to say it, but there's no seaming. When I originally saw the design, I thought for sure that these outer stripes must be picked up and knit in the round the way the now Clue 1 is done, but it's not. So that's kind of fancy. If you look at those sections, like, you seriously can't even tell. It's really a very cool technique. So that part I do like. Here's to hoping there is more enthusiasm and happiness and excitement to come in Clue 2.